4.1 million years ago, the world did not care if humanity survived. The sun burned hotter, the nights bit colder. Every sound in the tall grass carried a consequence. A snapped twig could mean food or death. Hunger forced movement. Fear sharpened awareness. An adaptation decided who would see another dawn. In this unforgiving age, survival was not inherited. It was earned, day by day, wound by wound, choice by choice. When prey vanished, humans followed. When predators advanced, humans learned to stand together. When bare hands were not enough, the world itself became a weapon. From bone and stone, from fire and fear, from ivory torn from fallen giants, early humans reshaped their fate. This is not just a story of beginnings. It is the story of how struggle forged intelligence, unity, and resilience, how survival itself carved the path to humanity. A world that tested every breath. Life 4.1 million years ago existed on the edge of collapse. The African landscape shifted constantly, forests thinning into open savannas, rivers changing course, droughts stretching for generations. Early hominids lived without shelter, without certainty, and without mercy from nature. They walked upright not out of pride, but necessity, hands free to carry infants, food, or weapons. Eyes scanned the horizon endlessly, searching for danger. Survival depended on reading the land, knowing when storms would come, when animals would migrate, when the earth itself would betray them. Every day was a calculation. Stay near water and risk predators. Venture outward and risk starvation. There were no second chances. The environment shaped the body, the mind, and the future of the species. Those who adapted lived. Those who didn't became part of the soil. Hunger as the first teacher. Hunting did not begin as dominance. It began as desperation. Early humans were not apex predators. They lacked claws, speed, and strength. Instead, they learned patience. They learned observer not ion. They followed herds for days, waiting for weakness. They scavenged what lions left behind. They gathered roots, seeds, and fruits, memorizing the land like a living map. Hunger taught cooperation. One pair of eyes was not enough. One body could not carry everything. Food was shared because survival demanded it. A successful hunt fed many, not one. Knowledge, where to find water, which plants healed or harmed, became as valuable as food itself. In this fragile balance, intelligence grew not in comfort, but in crisis. The wild was not silent. It watched. Saber-toothed cats, massive hyenas, crocodiles, and towering elephants dominated the land. Humans were smaller, slower, vulnerable. A single mistake could erase an entire bloodline. Predators hunted by instinct. Humans survived by strategy. They learned to read tracks, to recognize warning calls, to move with the wind. They slept lightly. Fires, when they finally came, were guarded like life itself. Groups formed defensive circles. Children were kept at the center. Fear became fuel, sharpening awareness instead of paralyzing it. Against beasts stronger than muscle could defeat, humans discovered something more powerful than strength: coordination. The turning point of survival. Fire did not just warm the body, it rewrote destiny. When humans learned to control flame, first preserving it, later creating it, the night lost its power. Darkness retreated. Predators hesitated. Cold no longer meant death. Fire cooked food, unlocking nutrients that strengthened bodies and brains. It hardened wooden tools. It gathered people together, creating the first moments of shared stories, rituals, and trust. Around fire, humanity became more than survivors. They became thinkers, planners, builders of tomorrow. Flame transformed fear into confidence, and confidence into progress. When giants became guardians, long before metal, long before written language, ivory became one of humanity's most powerful allies. Elephants were not easily killed, but when they fell, whether by age, accident, or predators, they left behind something invaluable. Tusks dense, durable, and sharp offered early humans an edge nature had denied them. Ivory was shaped into digging tools, cutting edges, and piercing weapons. It extended reach. It multiplied strength. It allowed humans to defend themselves against predators and compete for food. Ivory tools were not symbols of conquest, they were symbols of survival. From the remains of giants, humans learned to stand taller. In using ivory, early humans proved a defining trait, the ability to transform loss into life. Innovation and the mind awakening. The first tools were simple, but revolutionary. Stone flakes cut meat cleanly. Bone and ivory reinforced handles. Sharpened points turned sticks into spears. Each innovation increased efficiency and survival rates. Tool-making demanded foresight. It required imagining a future moment of need. This mental leap separated humans from every other species. A tool was not just an object, it was a plan. And with planning came culture. Techniques were taught, skills were passed down, survival knowledge became inheritance. Humanity was no longer reacting to the world, it was shaping it. The greatest weapon of all. No human survived alone. Tribes formed out of necessity, but evolved into something deeper. Cooperation meant shared defense, shared food, shared responsibility. Elders guarded knowledge. The strong protected the young. The wounded were not abandoned. This unity allowed humans to outlast stronger enemies. While beasts relied on instinct, humans relied on each other. Loyalty became strategy. Compassion became survival. In choosing community over isolation, early humans ensured that no single death ended the story. Standing on the edge of extinction was always close. Climate shifts wiped out food sources. Predators adapted. Disease spread silently. Entire populations vanished, leaving no trace. But humanity endured, not because it was strongest, but because it was flexible. When the land changed, humans moved. When prey disappeared, humans adapted. When tools failed, humans reinvented them. Survival was not about perfection, it was about persistence. From ivory and fire to the modern world, every city, every language, every innovation traces back to these moments when survival was uncertain and failure meant disappearance. Modern humanity stands on foundations built by ancestors who faced the impossible with nothing but courage, cooperation, and creativity. Ivory tools became machines. Fire became energy. Tribes became civilizations. The struggle did not weaken humanity, it forged it. And though the world has changed, the lesson remains. Resilience is not born in comfort. It is shaped in adversity. 4.1 million years ago, survival was a question. Humanity became the answer.